Alright guys, back from Kansas City. Haven't been back in the shop here for a while. Sort of stepped away from the shop for a minute. And I got a little motivation this weekend to get back out here and make some stuff happen. It was good to meet some people. It was good to see some people. And it was a good motivator for me. Never disappointed with the quality of people that you meet in the YouTube garage. I just don't think I've ever had a bad experience. And we had a really good time. I want to thank Greg and his wife for hosting the event, the extravaganza. We got to go out to the car show, got to hang out with Uncle Scott, got to hang out with some really good people. It was a really good crowd. We went to dinner. We hung out at Greg's on Sunday and had a barbecue. Adam Niffen came up from Iowa. It was really good to meet Adam. It was good to meet Dave, Stroke Convertible, and got to meet Johnny from Colorado, Elbows Malone, really cool dude. And they remind me of why I make videos. Sometimes, you know, you lose your way and you don't want to make videos, and you know, it gets pretty petty. But I need to get back in the garage and start getting back into it, and hopefully some other people will do the same thing. Definitely going to have a party next year. We're going to have it here in Florida. Give Greg a little break. He's been very gracious in throwing the last two, and talked to Andrea before I went up there, and we were talking about doing one. I had to recover a little bit. I had to get some surgeries. I'm feeling a lot better now, and I think I'm able to do it and pull it off. It takes a lot of planning, but I'm looking forward to it. So if you guys are interested in coming to a party on the East Coast, we're going to definitely do that. We'll probably do it towards summertime. So if you have kids, I know Matt's son Cole likes to come to the party, and you know, we want him to be able to come, or any other kids. And you know, if you have a son or a daughter and you know they're part of the garage gang, we want them to be there. So we're going to do a kid-friendly venue again. Maybe the beach, if that's good with you guys. It's hot here, but not quite as hot as KC. But anyway, we were thinking about the beach again, because you know there's lots to do over there. Probably do the food more like do a restaurant or cater something in this time instead of trying to cook all that. That was sort of it was a hard time last time when you mix beer and firewood. Bad things happen. But anyway, it was a good trip. Got some cylinder heads down here from Greg. We're going to take care of those for him and get these freshened up, do a little port work to them. He's going to build a little Super 1600, and we're going to try to help him with that. And I want to get this done because his 1915 that I built for him probably needs a little maintenance. You know, the heads are getting loose and there's some stuff going on, so we need to get him something else to tool around in so we can address that. Upcoming stuff, I'm going to get back on the bus. People were asking me about the red bus. We pulled the transmission apart and it had a broken ring and pinion in it, so rather than buy the ring and pinion and replace it, we ordered a freeway flyer. Rancho gave them a really good deal on a tranny, so I need to put this back together in one piece so I can ship it back off to them for the core. And that tranny should be coming in the next week or two. It was a 6-week wait, so that's why the bus sort of got pushed off to the side. We do have some paint work. We're going to be getting that in here. I got to clean the shop up today, and we'll get that bus in here and do some paint work on the front of it. Other things we're going to be doing, we got the 390 here that I built. I guess it's a little bigger than a 390. It's 30 over. I don't know what that makes it. We're going to give this motor to Uncle Scott. This is where Uncle Skunky project. He's got a T-bird, and this will go right in there, and it'll be proper and everything, and it should run really good. So I've got that motor there. It's just been sitting. I put it together a couple of years ago, and I got absolutely nothing to put it in. So we might get some good videos out of that from Greg and Uncle Scotty. They did a rear end in the car a while ago and had some issues with it. I don't know if it's you know, right gear or whatever for them. But I've got a 355 9-inch chunk there. We'll incorporate that with the motor, so you know it'll have a little giddy up and go. And yeah, so that's about what's happening. And yeah, so I'm sort of pumped today. I want to get out here and get some stuff going on. I'm going to get this thing inside. I'll show you what we're going to do on this. We're going to do a little repair right here, and we're going to do a little repair up here. We're going to be getting into white, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that so it doesn't keep peeling. And then we're going to do a V on the front of this. The owner would like to have a V on it so it looks a little more old school, and we're going to do the best we can with it. It's got some rust and stuff popping out here and there, but we're not going to get into pulling the glass out and tearing into all of that, because that can get pretty involved depending on how somebody repaired it, and that can get really involved. So we're going to leave that in. We're going to work around it. We're going to try to take care of as much as we can, and this is the main damage they're concerned with right here. So we'll end up blending this out and then clearing both panels to do a good repair. Car ran good all the way to Kansas. Got me there safe and back, and it was a fun ride this year for sure. But that's what's going on. Got to move Hans's car around back. I got some motor home issues already. The batteries went dead. I did get it started up. I got the generator running, but it doesn't seem to want to kick the AC units on, so I need to deal with that. And we got some work to do on my bus. A lot of you guys know this got wrecked, and I've been sort of bumming about it because it's going to be impossible to match this paint, because it was a bunch of stuff poured together, and I tried to eye match something up, but it's not going to be close. So I have to decide whether I want to go back with the original color or just pick a different color, something that's more readily available or easier to paint. Yeah, somebody ran into this thing in the parking lot. I don't know if you can see the big gouge down here. I didn't pull it out yet, but it's never fun when that happens, but you got to deal with it. What are you going to do? It's still fun to drive, but I've been neglecting this bus too, so we're going to get back on that and get some stuff done. And yeah, so anyway, it was fun again. Thanks again for all the people that showed up to the party. And sorry about that. Looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to doing the party again. We did it the first year, and it was a really good time. And hopefully some people will show up to it. And if you're interested, you know, if you got any ideas or any venue ideas you want to do, or maybe a menu or anything like that, let me know. I'm open for suggestions. Some of you guys that have been there to the first one, we had it at the Hawaiian Inn. It's right on the beach. It's on the main strip. If that's something that appeals to you guys, maybe we can do that again. It was a easy venue to work with, and there was stuff around there. The only thing different is we'll cater the food in this time rather than cook it, unless I get crazy and change my mind. But that's easy. Food's not a big deal. We can make that happen either way. But that's what's happening, guys. So I'm going to get out in the garage, start pushing that record button some more, and try to get some work going in here. And I had to take a little break from the shop. You know, I had some medical issues, I had some surgery, and I had to just walk away from this for a while because it was too much. Man, I had to give myself time to heal. And now I'm looking forward to getting back out here. We need to get back on this Nova, get it done, and just start clearing some stuff out. I did buy a TIG welder. I don't have it out here right now. It's in the house. Got to build a cart for it, and I have to get an argon bottle filled up. I have a bottle over there. I'm going to take it down this morning and get argon put in it, and I'll probably switch the MIG welder over to argon. I used to use argon all the time before they came out with the carbon dioxide argon mix. The argon, it's a little more expensive, but it welds much cleaner, and you get a real pretty weld with it. The carbon monoxide, or the CO2 mixture, cheapens the gas up a little bit, but you get a little splatter from it, and it doesn't weld quite as nice. It never has. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and fill both bottles with argon. That way I can always have a bottle. And of course, the TIG welder uses a lot more gas because it's constantly, you know, purging, and you know, it's more gas flow. But anyway, we need to get another MIG welder too. The MIG welder, I've had that since since I was 19, 20 years old. I bought it from Snap-on, and it's run its course. The solenoid for the gas went bad, and it's got some other issues, so I think we're going to go ahead and retire that and get a different welder so we can do some welding and stuff. Hopefully you guys weren't getting too much sun there. But anyway, the welder should be a lot better now. The TIG welder is really nice. We'll get that set up and TIG weld some stuff. I might just end up using that, but the MIG welder is good to have around. It's just a lot quicker for the big stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to stop babbling on. Hopefully we get some interest in the party. I know if you guys will come for sure. You know, I've already got some people said, you know, Greg said he would come. Buck said that he would come. I don't know why I keep calling you Buck, because you named your channel Buck's Woodshop, but Matt said he would come. I know Cole will come. That's Matt's son. And Tom will probably come. Sean told me he would come. We missed Sean this year at the party. He, you know, got busy and didn't make it. But hopefully he can make the one in Florida. He came to the first one. And if you can't drive, you know, I picked people up at the airport last time, so that's not a problem. We can do that. And do a little shuttle deal, whatever you need. And we got a year to plan it. So that's what's going on. That's what we're going to do. And hopefully we'll get some reply on that, because it's a lot of planning, you know. I want to make sure there's interest in it before I start doing everything and making reservations and all that stuff. You got to plan it pretty far ahead if you want to get a good deal on stuff and stuff like that. Anyway, got this motor over here. We need to finish this up. This is a 2110, and I had somebody email and ask me if I preferred a 2110 or a 2276, and both those combinations are really good choices. They have a nice cylinder thickness. I don't like the early 92s. They're a little thin here and they seem to crack and get compromised. The 94 and the 90.5, and they also make a thick wall 92 now. So as long as you get the thick wall cylinder, you know, you're pretty much good with whatever displacement you decide. But the one thing you got to remember with motors is the crankshaft, the pistons, and the rods are just a pump that move air. And the bigger you make the pump, the better the cylinder heads have to be to flow the air. So the bigger you make the motor, the better your cylinder heads are going to have to be. That's one thing to keep in consideration. And CB Performance has a wide variety of heads that will suit any combination of parts. And so that's not an issue. It's just something that you have to be aware of. Cylinder heads are what make the power. And you can have the biggest motor in the world, and if you don't have a good set of heads, it just won't make any power. It'll be torquey, but it won't have any power, horsepower. So anyway, just kicked all Hans's detailing supplies over. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, go wash the car, get the day started, get the bus pushed in. Hans is only going to school for part of the time now. He's only taken 2 classes this year, so he's able to help me out, and hopefully we can get some stuff done this month, this week, whatever, you know, while he can help me before he goes back to work, and get the shop back in shape and get some projects going. So thanks again. Don't forget to push the record button. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't like it, just remember your mother did. And everybody have a great day.